Holly and I participate in local sidewalk counselling at an abortion clinic here in New South Wales. In light of the new bills being brought forward by Penny Sharp, it's really important that everyone can establish what is true and what is false about what is going on in sidewalk counselling in New South Wales. First of all, it's really important to understand that harassment is already illegal in New South Wales. You cannot go up to somebody and verbally abuse them or stalk them or yell at them and not already be fined or arrested. This is illegal. Secondly, it is absolutely not what sidewalk counselling is about. Despite some videos you might have seen from some American extremists, it's not what's happening, it's not what's going on. That would be already illegal. When I go to my local abortion clinic, I go with a couple of my friends and we take a sign, it's about this big, and it says, "Please reconsider, we can help you." So we hold it outside the clinic, the three of us, and then as women walk by, we say to them, "Can we give you some information?" Then we've also got a stack of brochures with us. They give us the opportunity, we'll then try to talk to them. So generally we'll take just one of us, we'll go off just to the side with one of the women, and we'll have a little bit of a chat. And so we'll just see where they're at, why they're here, and what we can do to help them in this situation. So why do we do it? So we think it's really, really, really important that in this really crisis situation that a lot of these women are in with an unplanned pregnancy, they need to be able to be shown all of their options, all of the real solutions that are available to them, and be shown the love and respect and dignity from other people to tell them that they have real choices and real options and that they matter and that their babies matter as well. So often when we're at the clinic, we see women and you can really tell that they have never had somebody in their lives tell them, you have another option, you have another choice, and you do not have to go through with this if you don't want to. There are available options for you. We can take you somewhere for counselling, we can take you somewhere where they can give you financial support, we can take you somewhere for adoption options. You know, there are things that you can do. So in terms of our real experiences at the clinic, there is a lot to be said. So the staff working at the clinic are generally okay. We have had them come out to us and sort of manipulate us to try to get us to leave. So they've said things like, you know, who do you work for? Like, why are you here? You're not really making anyone, you're not helping anybody, no one wants you here, you're just upsetting everybody. We've also had people come out from the clinic, the staff, and sort of say, why don't you go and get a job? Like, leave us alone, kind of thing. But no sort of really intense abuse or anything like that, just kind of subtle manipulation, like, I don't think we're convenient for them. In terms of the general public, quite a mixed response. So we have had days when we've had people from the general public kind of walk past and say, oh, good on you, like what you're doing is really important, this is awesome. Other days people have come past and sort of asked us, what are you doing? Because our sign isn't actually explicit, it does just say, the one we take, please reconsider how we can help. So it doesn't say, this is an abortion clinic. So there's people that have lived on that street for years and have no idea, so that's always very interesting. We have also had nurses and doctors just from the general public who have come up to us on the side of this road and say, can we have some of your brochures to put up in our waiting room? We think what you're doing is really cool. In terms of the actual women going into the clinic, it's really heartbreaking to see just the general persona that they all kind of share in common a little bit. You can kind of tell very often that they are feeling deeply about this decision. It's not an easy decision, they're not going in excited or like, you know, it's a big thing and we should respect that. So often, they come in with partners or husbands or parents, and you can tell that they're kind of the second party in command. You know, they're being told this is the best option for you, this is what you need to do, kind of pressured or coerced, and it's really obvious, and that's quite uncomfortable for us to see, but you know, just makes what we're doing really important. Generally, those women are actually the hardest to try to talk to because the people that they're with can become quite defensive. So even though the women might be looking at us and they might be, you know, showing interest, and you can tell that they want to come and talk to you or grab a brochure, but the person they're with will kind of just drag them away or kind of say, no, come on, let's just go, you know, as though we're kind of really scary and going to attack them or something, which is a real shame. Yeah, and I wish there was some greater understanding of what we can offer them. When we do get a chance to speak to them, it's really, really exciting. obviously it can be quite intense. You're telling them that they have options, you're giving them a wide spread of, solutions to their problems, and you're just listening to them. You're just finding out who they are and why they're here and, what we can possibly do to help them. I had a chat with a woman a few weeks ago, and she just kept apologising to me. She just kept saying, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, but I have to do this. I have to go in, I have to do it. I don't have the money for this. And, that was hard. But, I gave her my information, and I spoke to her, and I gave her the pin, and I told her, you're a mum already, and we can help you. I know someone really local who we can take you to if you want to get some help, if you want to look into adoption. And in the end, I don't know what happened with that woman. She took the information, and she said she was going to think about it. She was just going in for her first consultation, so you kind of never know where these people end up a lot of the time. But it's really important just to give them the choice that they might not be getting from anybody else. Another really interesting conversation I had was actually with a young dad. It was a young couple, and she'd gone in for her first sort of consult, and he was outside talking to me. He had his little 2-year-old daughter he was holding hands with, and we had a bit of a chat about why he was there and what would have brought them to this situation. And he just kept saying, they're beautiful. My daughter is beautiful, babies are beautiful, but our parents, so him and his wife's parents, had told them, you're not ready for another kid. You can't have another child right now, you don't have the time and capability to deal with that. And it was so, glaringly clear that this decision hadn't really been made by them. It had been really, really pushed and pressured by their own parents. So that was intense, that was hard, but again, they took my information, they actually took my phone number, and we'll see what happens. While these bills are being brought before Parliament, it is super necessary that everybody can separate what is true from what is false. What is actually happening? What does cyborg counselling mean? Are these bills necessary? Are women being abused and yelled at and called killers? And no, they're not. We really want to deny them the right to find out that they do have options, they do have solutions, there are people that can help them. Do we really want to rob them of that help?